ever heard the tale of the noblest of gentlemen who rose up from squalor? Tall, dark, and decked out with customary regalia, smelling like paraphernalia, hailing from the home of Mahalia. His uptown smile was gold like a Frankie Beverly Day. His favorite song from Prince was not Raspberry Beret. It was Sometimes It Snows in April. He was brought up by the faithful in the cage of every unclean bird, ungrateful and hateful. The legend, the clandestine reverend from the bricks, with the masses grip to pull to sleep. They ain't even have to win nose like Bewitched. I just upshift the 6, convert the V4 to a broomstick. I tarry through the valley of death, my Lord give me pasture. If you want to be a master in life, you must submit to a master. I was born to lock arms with the devil at the brink of the hereafter. Me, the socket, the plug, the universal adapter. The prodigal son who went 5 pillars in the Sonic, the autobiography, read Quranic. Spread love like Kermit the Frog, then permeate the fog. I'm at war like the Dukes of Hazzard against the bosses of the hogs. Get giggity. Alchemists put the icing on the soliloquy. Let it be forever known that I niced up the pen something considerably. J-elect told the flow mainly, it's a poet mainly. The facts why he issued on Al Shaitan was delivered plainly. It's the day of Kiyama. To the believers, I bring you tidings of joy. But if you want beef, I fillet me on you. You can catch me bummy as fuck or decked out in designer. On I-10 west to the desert on the Diablo like a recliner. Listen to everything from a lecture from the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan to Serge Gainsbourg on the Donna or podcast on Piranhas. What a time we living in. Just like the scripture says, earthquakes, fires, and plagues, the resurrection of the dead. I'm a miracle, born with imperial features. I'm a page turner. Chang'an, December baby, Mauritius, St. Ho. Story takes place in ancient Egypt. They're cut off the nose, despite their face. They're still your Jesus. I can't tell how they white. That blue belief stuff, she throw me out of house. Say you deliver us from this heathen. I say that to Miss Tina, just sneeze that son. Symphotic reflex, they both had straight. I hold the heat next. Neither tool can be used to fix our defects. P.S. We born perfect. Fuck all the BS. Everybody wanna be us for real. We just inshallah. Try to turn that day over a million times. One more. So, all you scared to death Negro. Just sit down. You sit down. You sit up. And tell your master to come on out and deal with it. Next time they bring up the guards, you gon' respect us. That little mess ain't gon' do you. I choose for Mecca. I ain't even trying to fool you. Now gon' get slim. I'm a soldier from that mode. I'm the ghost of hell. From the era of police stretcher. No cameras catching. Drop you off in the rival hood. You rather be arrested. If you didn't have no strap, you couldn't wear your necklace. Niggas hand around your skull. That's a stroke of reference. My ancestors took old food, made soul food. Jim Crow's a troll too. We stole the soul music. That's the blood that goes through me. So you assume it. I can never sell my soul. They sold it so. You mouth off for the cameras, I make a silent movie. Now here's some jury. No civilization is conquered from the outside to destroy yourself from within. Pen. Put a pin in that, but come back when I'm dead. You can't talk like I talk, cause you ain't been where I've been. Yo. whole, consider it Quran. If you come from any of those, consider it Haram. The myth record take a build beyond stone where the rock was crafted so beautifully, consider this a time. My heart facing the rock to the nation of Islam, I heard on the way that time made to drop bombs. I came to bang with the scholars and I bet you a Rothschild I get a bang for my dollar. The silly called the Satan want me to hang on my collar, but I'll free through to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I put on for my nation like I'm King T'Challa. So she me a Hebrew that try to bring the holler. You want it, I got it. Don't make me have to blast this rocket. Electricity, stinging me like a hole in his head is publicity. Don't shine like a Christmas tree. Verily, verily, I church you like Mary, giving all things to God for this universal therapy. Think of things I said that you hated then. Empirical facts that can't be debated now. Things you say today, I was saying then. Tell us who your favorite now.
They left all of that space for somebody to spit on. They left all of that space for somebody to spit on. Talk black to me. I'm talking about talk black to me. Yeah. That right there is off of the J Electronica album, the album, all right, a written testimony out right now on your streaming services, right? Go ahead and tap in on your streaming services, you know? Go ahead and listen to J Electronica's album that took 10 years in the making. And people are so critical about how long this man takes to put his music out. And I'm not really worried about any of that because I'm looking at it from a completely different angle. 10 years ago to today, 10 years ago, when Notalez Radio started, if you go and listen to our first episodes, we started out with J Electronica songs. That was the songs that set it off. Exhibit A and Exhibit C. If you go and listen to our archives, we started our 10-year run. So here we are celebrating 10 years doing this, you know, affecting the culture, right? You know, shifting paradigm, shifting the culture from the first time that we stepped out with Blueprint 322 to where we find ourselves today, where things come full circle, where I'm opening up Friday the 13th in 2020, a Friday the 13th show with J Electronica, but now he's brought company with him. He brought his big homie, right? Jay-Z. You know what I'm saying? This is his boss. Because people is like, oh, skip Jay-Z's part. But this is his boss. This is the guy who signed, this is the man who signed him to his label. This is the guy who he looked up to. He looks up to him. Quiet as kept, a majority of the hip hop rappers look up to Jay-Z. He's the big homie, right? So that's the person that he chooses that he's going to put on his project to put out his project. And everybody has the right to do what they want to do, right? But the way that I look at it is I'm looking at it totally different. Like I'm saying, I'm just looking at the cultural impacts. I'm looking at the fact, I'm looking at it from a different perspective. You know, I'm looking at it from a different perspective. I'm looking at, you know, I'm seeing the glass half full. I'm seeing the glass half full. I told people like 3 weeks ago when I heard that they were putting the album out and Jay-Z was going to be on multiple tracks. I was like, well, if that's the point, if that's the case, this is going to play out like Watch the Throne, but from a J Electronica perspective. So this is not even a J Electronica album. It's really a continuation of Watch the Throne because you're getting more, you know, Shea Butter, you're getting more woke Hove, you know, you're getting 2020 woke Hove, you know. He's tapping into he's going in. He's giving you all of he's giving you, they said on Twitter, he's giving you all of the Umar bars. He's giving you Umar Johnson bars. So, you know, we're living in an interesting time. Yeah, it's definitely a diet woke. it's cool. You know what I mean? I'm not here to judge anybody. I'm a connoisseur of the music. I'm here to, I'm a connoisseur of the culture. And I know how intricately tied in the culture is into the economics of what we all deal with on a daily basis. Because to be honest with you, on an economic scale, my price just went up. On an economic scale, my value just went through the roof. On an economic scale, when I put my project out, it's going to be seen and it has more value to it because the big homie, the one who calls the shots, the big homie, you know, the big homie of the whole industry, the one who's positioning himself, like he said, he's the general of the Geechees, the one who's positioning himself to be the tastemaker. He's going full. He's knocking on the door. He's going full woke on these niggas, you know, and that adds value to what it is that we do because of our position and what, you know, what we mean to the culture. So, Rock Nation Police, yeah, you know, definitely. Jay-Z is on every song. Yeah, you'll have to take that up with Jay-Z. But like I said, speaking of economics, today we're doing an emergency show. We don't do Friday shows, so we decided that we're going to do a Friday the 13th show. We're going to take advantage of a day, one of the, you know, a significant day such as Friday the 13th, and we're going to have a roundtable with experts in the fields that they exist in. And we're going to talk about finances, and we're going to talk about facts surrounding finances. And we're going to also speak about solutions surrounding finances, cryptocurrency, stocks, anything that you can imagine. We're going to get to it today. So I need you to get your pens and your pencils. This is going to be a show where we're going to have you taking a lot of notes. All right. I'm not going to waste any time because everyone has things to do today. This is in the middle of the day. And I encourage you to hit the subscribe button, share this video. This is not a video where we're going to be sitting around gossiping and wasting your time and talking about things that are not relevant. We're getting right to it. We're going to be dealing with some facts, some real stuff. All right. So without any further ado, let me bring in the guests that I have on today's show, you know, into the queue. First guest we have is a brother who is, he's been on our show before. He's been on No Ledge Radio before. He's a legend, all right? And this brother here needs no entry, but I'm going to let him introduce himself, all right? So call into the call queue, the Bitcoin Block Bully. Peace.
Peace, God, peace. Can you hear me? Am I clear to you? Am I coming through clear?
Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
Peace. How we doing?
Yes, you are, brother. I can hear you. All is well.
Cool.
All right.
I think it's probably about a 3 or 4 second delay in between, so let's just keep that in mind.
Yes, indeed. All right.
Cool. How we doing today, brother? How we doing?
Oh, we're doing excellent. We're doing great. It's a wonderful day. I am thankful that I woke up today without any illnesses, any sicknesses. My mind is still sane. I'm getting information that's giving me the foresight to prepare myself so I don't get caught up in any kind of disasters. So information is empowering. I'm feeling very powerful, but I'm really feeling supercharged up because of what's going to be released in the next hour or two on this show. All right. So let me bring my other brother in as well. Here I go, brother Ricardo, Crypto Rick Hamilton from the Carrot Bars Agency. Peace, brother.
Peace, brother. Peace, everybody.
Yes, indeed. Right. No doubt. Welcome to the platform. Can you introduce yourself to the family, brother Crypto Rick? And then Bitcoin, give them a rundown of who you are as well.
Yeah, definitely. No, it's an honor to be on the stream with you, brothers, and everybody that's viewing. Once again, my name is Ricardo Hamilton, aka Crypto Rick, specializing in wealth building and financial literacy, mainly on YouTube. but helping people all around the world secure their financial future in real assets like gold, and understanding the magnitude of leveraging yourself with opportunities that create a residual and passive income, especially dealing with cryptocurrency.
Peace, family. How you doing? The Bitcoin block bully, also known as the Chicago crypto hustler. And just like the brother himself, I specialize in financial literacy as it pertains to cryptocurrency, blockchain, decentralization of the finances, and pretty much of life, period, when it comes to your financial status in this world. You know, it's about being able to move actually sovereign and being able to handle all of your commercial affairs on your own without any type of interjection or middleman or counterparty coming in between that. So definitely going to have a good show today. I want to thank the ancestors. Definitely thank Brother Red Pill, KTL Media, Blue Pill, Brother Rick, the whole squad. You know, it's definitely a blessing to be on this panel right here.
Indeed, my brothers. Indeed, my brothers. All right, so let's warm up this classroom. Let's get this information going. Let me get into the metaphysical realm before we get into the realm of finances and start levying out some facts, because we want to dispel any rumors, and we want to quell any fears that are out there first and foremost, because we know the fear is debilitating. We know fear breaks down the immune system. We know that fear, it makes you susceptible to illnesses, things like flu and flu-like symptoms, to whereas you could begin to exhibit corona-like symptoms. So we want to be able to not only dispel fears, but we want to give people some tips and some information to prepare them to level up. But I want to know this from your standpoint. If we were to say, well, God darn it, here those of us who are part of cryptocurrency, decentralization, you know, controlling our own economics, and then brothers such as yourself, Crypto Rick, where we're trying to explain people the importance of, you know, real money versus fiat, you know, gold-backed currency versus, you know, currency that just made out of the air. Remember, they created $15 trillion yesterday out of nowhere. I don't know where it came from. They just say, yo, 15, just print it up and cut it, right? So now that you find yourself in a world that didn't exist a week ago, right, where both of the things that you've been toiling, both of the quote-unquote fields or the sectors that you've been exploring and you've been quote-unquote hands-on perfecting and learning through hands-on, you know, application. Would you say that the ancestors might have their hands in moving all of these pieces around in the puzzle? Because while some people may see a horrific, you know, day on Wall Street, there are other people who are looking at it and they're seeing a brand new day and a brighter new day and a day that needed to come in order for certain things that are newer systems and our newer ideas and our more forward 2020 thinking solutions to begin to, you know, give birth.
Yeah, I mean, definitely. You know, I look at it like the evolution of things. You know, the evolution of money is right in front of our face. And while some people are complaining about the economy and complaining about the market, it's the opportunity for a lot of people to build massive wealth.
Your mic is going in and out, King.
I'm not sure why that is.
Okay, now.
Yeah, is it a little better?
It's a little better.
Okay. Yeah, so I was saying, while a lot of people are complaining, I can hear that, there's an opportunity, right, for people to build massive wealth during times that we're in, like right now, by holding the right assets, right? And so, no, I agree with you 100%, because a lot of people don't understand that the dollar used to be backed by gold. You see, when I came out of high school, they didn't teach me the difference between money and currency. They told me that the US dollar was money when in fact it used to represent money, because it was backed by gold. You see, gold is that asset that gave the dollar its value. But we go to work and we working so hard for dollars when the dollar is a liability to us because it doesn't hold value. It doesn't store value. It continues to decline because of the fiat system where, like you had mentioned, brother, the government is printing, or the Federal Reserve is printing trillions of dollars as we speak, billions of dollars as we speak, which takes from the value of the currency in circulation. But what the wealthy do is they know how to gain enough return on their currency, have their money work harder for them, or they turn it into an asset, secure asset like gold. Governments around the world, banks around the world, large investors all hold physical gold. So while they're holding physical gold, they're dishing out paper to us that lose value and then not properly teaching us how to have that money work harder for us than we had to work for it. So this is why I come down to the financial literacy and exposing yourself to ways to where, because look, we make money, we get money, we work, we spending over $1 trillion a year. We the #1 consumer, but our problem is that the poor and middle class, they spend first and then try to save what's left over, while the wealthy have a mindset where they're going to save and invest first and then spend what's left over. And so not only do we have to know how to build wealth, but we have to implement these wealth mindset, these wealth principles where we are learning how to save and invest and spending what's left over, as opposed to paying somebody else first or spending our money. We're going to pay ourselves first by saving our money in assets that appreciate.
Definitely, and just back that up, the times that we're living in right now, if we look at the evolution of money, and it happens every couple of hundred years where the form of money itself changes over from one form to another. Whereas we may have been trading livestock, then the spices, then to, precious metals, onto the fiat paper. So what I believe within myself is going on right now is that next step in money, where it's going not only back onto the gold, but also evolving from actual physical paper notes and then putting itself into a digital form and being able to be tokenized and passed through without any type of barriers for those that are able to operate in that space. So the thing about it is you only get to live during one of these once every couple of hundred years. So we're never going to get this again. You know what I mean? Yeah. We didn't catch the last one. So just the simple fact that we're alive today and we get to live through this, not only live through it, but for those that take the leap, take the advantage of it, I can almost guarantee you're going to be the, Jeff Bezos or whatever, the richest families in the future if you take advantage today, though, because them people that did it, they didn't jump on the bandwagon of what's already going on right now and say, hey, I made a bunch of money off of this. They pulled the trigger when people was either laughing at them, saying what they were doing wasn't going to work, or they had tapped into some undervalued asset that many at the time did not know about. You know what I mean? When we look at the stock market, in my opinion, when you look at the charts, which is what I base a lot of my reasoning off of, you've basically been in a 10-year bull run ever since Obama had administered the stimulus package to stop us from the recession we were going into in 2008. That's so right. When you look at the charts and you see that we were crashing, and when he put that into play, it's been a straight moonshot from there. In my opinion, it's like you can't pay me enough to buy something when it's at its all-time high with expectations to sell it at a price that it's never been at before. You have to have some type of basis to go off of. And I'm speaking more so from the standpoint of a trader, because that's more so the specialty of what I do. I trade all tradable assets, not just cryptocurrency, gold, silver, be it synthetic or the actual form, FOREX, stocks, and it's pretty much the same way that it works. Everything has a order to it. One of the tools that I like to utilize when trading is called the Fibonacci. That those that know what Fibonacci, that's like God's code. You know what I mean? That's how he talks, and that's how he talks to me with these numbers and what I do within this space. So, like, what I'm saying is that you're not going to get a chance like this again. You can sit on your thumbs and think about the shoulda, woulda, couldas, and be the one to talk about what happened back in 2020. One of the biggest misconceptions that individuals have on cryptocurrency as a whole is that it's too late. I missed the boat, because they're looking at the prices that we reached in the historic, and it ain't even really that historic when I said, once again, you're able to look at the charts. And I'll give you all a view of that at a later date, or later on in the flip. But this is just getting started. Bitcoin itself is only 10 years old, man. You can't never tell me that a 10-year-old child, oh, it's too late to teach them something, or you got to give up on them. We just getting started, and we just now scratching the surface. We haven't even seen the full capabilities of what this space can do, not only for us as a personal wealth building, but as a community. Like it's quite interesting the amount of protocols they have being built in this space that are permissionless and borderless, meaning that you don't need permission to use it. You don't have to have an ID. You don't have to have a social security number. It doesn't even matter what your nationality, race, color, or creed is. You understand what I mean? As long as you have access to a smart device and the internet, you're going to be able to tap into this new money matrix.
Real quick, before we go any further, I want to know from both of my experts on the panel today, give us a briefing about what just happened in the last week on Wall Street and what just happened in the financial markets, and let the audience know, give them some intel, or give it to them in layman's terms to what's going on in these markets.
Yeah, definitely. So from what I'm seeing, they definitely want to blame it on the coronavirus. They want to make it seem like the economy is slowing down and everything that's happening on the market is due to the coronavirus, when really what we are experiencing right now was already here before the coronavirus. We were already in a recession in regards to the indicators, like the manufacturing sector was already slowing down, showing recession. The retail apocalypse was already happening. Corporate debt was at its highest levels it's ever been. Personal debt, student loan debt, housing debt. We're in a debt bubble. And just like the brother Bitcoin Bully has said, when after Obama, they printed up all this money and reduced interest rates to zero. And now we're on the longest economic expansion in history. And what goes up must come down. But they don't want it to be blamed on the Federal Reserve. So they have to have some kind of a scapegoat, when our real problem is central bank policy. It's the easy money policies, it's the printing of the currencies, and it's the banks, like the major banks on Wall Street, that are buying up their stocks right now with this printed currency that came from the Federal Reserve. So instead of actually putting that money back into the economy and putting it to the people, they're buying up their stocks, making it seem as if the economy is doing well when the economy is not doing well. So we're seeing a crash happen right now that was going to happen regardless if the coronavirus came up or not. This was something that was already going to happen. And so a lot of people are worried and concerned. And this is why opportunities like Bitcoin and cryptocurrency, or Karabars, when we're dealing with physical gold, embedded in the paper, which also is a representation of our cryptocurrency. This is why opportunities like this are taking off, because people are looking for security. People are looking for ways to where they can put their money somewhere, still have it appreciate for them without exposing themselves to risk. But I talk to a lot of people right now, their 401ks are getting hit. The market has lost almost 30% so far, and it's not done. We have a lot of more room downwards to go, and we're seeing everything get hit. I mean, Bitcoin is on sale, gold is on sale. I mean, there's no real asset that's actually taking off right now, because a lot of people have to cover their shorts, their losses. So they're liquidating what they need to liquidate to pay for what they need to pay, such as margin calls or whatever have you. But there's an opportunity right now for those people who see it. It's a buying opportunity to create massive wealth, because once all the dust settles and these assets start to take off, we're going to see a wealth transfer that has never been seen before in history. And I always promote on my YouTube channel, Ricardo Hamilton, look, you want to have gold, silver, Bitcoin, BTC, Ethereum, cash gold, right? Or KBC, which is our cryptocurrency dealing with Karabars, and cash in euros. You want to have a diversified portfolio, because you will want to have cash. As far as your emergency fund, you want to have cash. Me personally, I don't keep too much cash in the bank. I keep enough to pay my bills, and I keep an emergency fund in cash, somewhere where I can get cash if I need to, because I don't trust the banks. And I don't think anybody should trust the banks, especially after 2008. We know that they're not our friends. And what we're looking at now is President Trump is calling for negative interest rates. He's calling for more quantitative easing. And so what that means is, if you put $100 in the bank, you're only going to have maybe $90, because the bank is charging you to keep money in there. So as opposed to you getting money or return for putting money in the bank, which we weren't getting anyway, right? Well, now they're going to charge you to put money in the bank. So they're talking about negative interest rates, right? But at the same time, if people knew the value of saving their money in a real monetary asset like gold, right? Gold last year gained 19%. So when you're saying, well, where can I save my money? Where can I put my money where it won't decline? Because as the Federal Reserve print more money, I just mentioned earlier, the dollar is going to continue to lose more value. So you want to put your money into a safe haven asset, right? That's acknowledged as money all around the world. You know, whether you're in Asia, right? That's right. Whether you're in Asia, whether you're in Africa, whether you're in Europe, whether you're in America, gold has always been money. Gold is constitutional money, right? Gold is had value since the times of ancient Kim, right? We know gold. Gold will never go to zero. Gold is not speculative, right? So when you take cryptocurrency and you back it by gold, and then you add that real value and embed it in the paper, now we're talking about a real currency system, right? And what's happening is that the Bank of International Settlements, which is over the Federal Reserve, they're the central banks for central banks. They have recently reclassified gold as a tier 1 asset. Now, what that means is that it's accepted for 100% of its value and zero risk. So when you're saying to yourself, where can I put my money? Where can I put my currency to where it's not exposed to risk? Well, it still has the ability to appreciate and create wealth for me. That's physical gold. And like I mentioned last year, gold already gained 19%. And during times of financial crisis and inflation, gold is that safe haven asset. So we're going to see new all-time highs for gold. And the last thing I'll say, and I'll let Brother Bitcoin fill us in as well, is that there's no real price discovery for assets right now. There's no real price discovery for assets because this market has been rigged and manipulated. There's no telling how high Bitcoin is going to go in value. There's no telling how high physical gold and silver is going to go in value. We have speculations, we have ideas, but they have created so much currency. They have printed so much digits on the screen. I mean, we're talking about unfunded liabilities. We're talking about global debt. They don't even talk about the derivatives market. All right. There are markets out there that are bigger than the global GDP of the world. The world is in debt 3 to 4 times over. And when all this comes crashing down, that money doesn't disappear. Like right now, we're watching the markets crash. The money's not disappearing. It's changing hands. Somebody's coming up, but it's being transferred from the masses to the few, those who are in position and who know. So if you understand that, you will want to position yourself with real assets like gold and silver. All right. And you want to get ready for the financial revolution that's taking place around the world into cryptocurrency, especially cryptocurrency that has linked or payment system in gold. Because if you listen to some economists like Jim Rickards, governments around the world, China, Russia, Iran, Venezuela, you know, even Europe, a lot of countries are going to use cryptocurrency as a way to track the goods and services verifiable on the blockchain, fraud proof, but they're going to settle up in gold. You see, governments know gold. They're going to deal with something real, right? And so they might use a cryptocurrency where they keep track of the payments, right? But they settle in real money, which is gold. So you want to definitely have that in your portfolio. But what we are seeing taking place in the market is something that was going to take place anyway. The coronavirus is just an scapegoat for poor monetary policy and maldistribution of wealth that's been taking place for decades. And right now is an opportunity for us to come up. Right now is an opportunity for us to create generational wealth, right? Because we know this information now is taking place and we can position ourselves with real opportunities.
So going back to what I asked before, could this be the hand of a higher power maneuvering things to make that chance happen?
Yeah, I
definitely.
Yeah.
If you can, Brother Red Pill, can you share my other screen so I can actually show the family something? I want to tune them in on something.
There we go.
Okay, cool. What we're looking at right now is the Dow Jones, right? Now, for individuals that aren't too savvy with the charts, what you're looking at, let me get rid of these, but I'm going to explain what these are here in a minute because I use these in color coordinates with the chakras in order to trade with them. So I'm going to come back to that in a second. But what you're looking at is basically the candlesticks of the price, right? This is 2008. This is February. Obama introduced the stimulus package, right? Very next month. We get a straight shot. Let me turn my candlesticks back on. And what you're looking at is the Dow Jones just basically going up for the last 10 years. And you can see this across Nike, the S&P, Apple, Amazon, and the likes. Now, when you get more in tune with using certain indicators, what you're going to see up here is called the RSI, or the Relative Strength Index. this is supposed to follow and mimic the strength of the market along with the price. So it's supposed to be a type of convergence to it, meaning that there's a similarity. When you see a divergence, that means something is off. So when we're looking at this, we can see at about this point right here, which is January 2018, we had hit a top on the relative strength index. Now, the next time we came down, we popped back up. You see, you got a double top right here. This next top on a relative strength index ended up creating a lower high than the previous high, meaning that the actual strength of the market is losing. Now, when you see a divergence in between an oscillator like the RSI and the price chart, where in the oscillator you're seeing lower highs here, lower high here, lower high here, but then on the price chart you're seeing higher high here, higher high here, higher high here. That is what is known as bearish divergence, meaning that there is to be a price drop coming in, because regardless of the price going up, the strength is no longer there to sustain it. So if you were able to look at this, you would have had probably about a year's worth in advance to get out of your positions versus you buying the tops like what a lot of individuals are doing today. So when we look at what's been going on over the last couple of years, and I think it was either you or your brother, Red, last year that I said to take a look at a movie which everyone should check out called The Big Short, where individuals shorted the housing market back here when it was going up, and they were giving out subprime mortgages, meaning they were giving out loans to individuals that they knew could not pay them off and back them up. Now, what I've seen going on over the last couple of years, once I came into this fold and started dealing with finances, was, damn, they giving away a lot of stocks. When we look at Robinhood, join a friend and you get one for free. I got about 100 free stocks right now off Robinhood. What is it? Acorn. Even when they opened up on Cash App and they allowed individuals to start buying dollar shares of certain stocks, in my opinion, they was force feeding the people something that they themselves no longer wanted. So it was almost like 2007, 2006, leading up to 2008, where they were just willy-nilly giving any and everybody a mortgage, approving any and everybody for a loan. What they're doing this time was they decided to just give everybody the stocks. Let them come in. It's almost like a pass out for anyone that's ever been in the game, anyone that's ever ran in the streets. How do you get a block juking? You do a pass out, and you have the individual start coming to shop with you. In my opinion, that's exactly what the U.S. government did with everybody with these stocks. They did a pass out, got y'all hooked, pumped the price up, basically gave you some good dope for a while, and then knocked the rug from up out of you. If you go and look at a live that I did 2 days before the crash in the stock market, 2 days before the crash, and then the one after that, if you look at the video I did 2 days before Bitcoin crash, I did the same thing. But I was showing individuals Apple, Amazon. So let me get some of those pulled up here. And I was saying basically like, okay, somebody comes to you and says, hey, I want you to invest in, we'll say Amazon.com, which at the time was trading at a high of $2,055, right? It's only ever been a high of $2,025. So when you buying an asset, you have to have something, if you're trading, and if you're looking at a long-term investment, because I'm going to show you another asset here that's pretty much lost all of its investment power, and I feel sorry for anyone that had their 401k involved in it. But when you trading the asset, you got to have some type of expectation of selling it for a higher price. You can't tell me to buy something at $100 and it's like, yeah, you'll be able to sell it for $125, $150, and it's never been that price before. Because now you're just hoping and wishing and guessing. It's a pipe dream. So when you see that an asset is just basically just has a straight run, you don't buy tops if you know what you're doing in this space. But a lot of individuals just hearing the word investment, stocks, bonds, believe you me, I've done a number of different consultations where it's sad, but us as a people, especially melanated beings, we don't truly understand the financial system and how it really works. It took me a long time to understand that them pieces of paper that I was flipping around and doing everything for with just notes weren't backed by shit and was just a promissory note. Had I knew then what I know now, I'd have never been doing what I was doing for the pieces of paper, so they was worthless at the end. Now what I know is that you got to hold some type of asset to hold and fight against any type of exposure to the up and down of the market, such as gold, such as silver, such as real estate. In certain instances, which if you're looking to get into a number of the three, I would say wait for a minute. Let this thing crash and burn real quick, because always remember this, and I'm speaking on the monetary evolution of money itself. You got to break something down to rebuild it. So they're not just going to be able to come in and just have a smooth transition with crypto from paper. They got to burn that shit down first, and then come in with the okie doke of, okay, who got it? Because when we look at some of these cryptocurrencies, and all of them are not to be looked at as currencies, you have different functions as well from some of these cryptocurrencies that are not to be looked at as so much of a store of value, but almost as code or almost as software that you need to complete a certain function. But when you look at it, Bitcoin, for instance, right? Only 21 million ever going to be available. Already about 3 million lost in the matrix somewhere where people can't get access to. I myself lost an amount of cryptocurrency back in 2017 because I lost what is known as a private key, which when you really step, into your big boy shoes and you come over here and start handling your own commercial affairs and take them off of the centralized platforms, you hold full custody and responsibility for the cryptocurrencies that you have. Meaning, if you forget your passwords, your private keys, there is no, man, let me hit Facebook and tell them to reset. There's no reset button, family. You got the whole responsibility. So you are put in a position now where you truly have control over your wealth, but at the same time, it's all about how you utilize it. One misconception that I want to give people out there that are into investing in any type of asset. I'm going to speak specifically about Bitcoin, though. What individuals really look at more so than the long term is the price of Bitcoin. To whereas, let's just say you would have FOMO'd in, right? Let's go take a look at Bitcoin. And I'm also going to show you how there is some type of method to the madness, which is the recent quote unquote Bitcoin crash. And I'm going to tell you why I laugh when people say that Bitcoin crashed. So what we're looking at right now, and I hope y'all can see this clearly, this is pretty much an overall chart on Bitcoin, starting back from about 2011, leading up to right now where we're at 2020. 9 times out of 10, the average individuals that say anything about cryptocurrency or an individual who you try to get some information from, they're going to say, oh yeah, crypto, that thing crashed. They're really only talking about this one little space in time right here. 2017, where it ran up to $20,000 and it came back down to $3,000. Nobody talks about the fact that it went from $3,000 back up to damn near $14,000 when you was able to triple your money. They only talk about the drop right here. Now, when you look at this drop in the grand scheme of things, where it just came from, that looks like a piss in the bucket, don't it?
Yep.
It's nothing. It's the regular motion of something just getting its feet up and starting to run right now. Family, you're not, number one, you're not late. That's the number one thing. Don't think that you're late. And don't think that it's over because of this recent pullback here that we had back in 2018, which was real rough. I'll be honest with you. That was a real rough one. But me being able to live through that, coming up out of a bull market and going straight into the bear market, has prepared me for what's going on right now in the market. To whereas now I'm better suited to handle any type of upward or downward motion. Back here in 2017, leading into 2018, I was still a baby. I wasn't so good at being able to even call shorts on the market, whereas you're betting or making money on the price coming down through the use of futures contracts. Before I get too far up into this, I want to double back and piggyback on something that the brother said when he was speaking about the negative interest rates. Over here in the cryptocurrency space, what we have is known as decentralized bank accounts, where you're able to gain interest on a cryptocurrency that is not pegged to an asset, but is backed by some Federal Reserve notes, others backed by other cryptocurrency as the asset, but they're pegged 1-to-1 to the dollar, meaning that they keep that dollar pegged. So if anybody ever wanted to come into the space and say, come in with $1,000, but they don't want to, they're kind of iffy about the up and down of Bitcoin and Ethereum and the other cryptocurrencies, what you would then utilize is what we know as a stable coin, which you have USDC, which is United States dollar coin. You have DAI, which is multi-collateral DAI, meaning that this currency right here is actually backed by a number of multiple assets within the cryptocurrency space that have their own function. So when you look at DAI, you want to look at DAI almost like a silver certificate, whereas for DAI even to be created, you have to collateralize Ethereum and or basic attention token. Meaning for every DAI dollar that's in circulation right now, you can actually turn it back in and get one of these two assets back in return. The same thing with single collateral DAI, which was the original form of DAI, which took the old name of DAI and then they gave this as SAI or SAI. This is single collateral DAI. So this dollar is backed by only Ethereum. But once again, they're pegged 1-to-1 to the dollar, The largest fluctuation we may see is a penny here and there, where right now they're coming in at $1.02. And then you may see them some days, it may be 99 cents. But the very dollar that we operate with every single day operates in that exact same form. It's just we don't even comprehend or understand that it's operating like that. Just to give you an example of how the dollar fluctuates, right? Back when I was younger in the 90s, I use this example all the time because it puts it in perspective for it. Back when I was younger, I used to be able to get 4 bags of chips for 1 Federal Reserve note, $1, right? As time went on, that then went to 3 bags of chips for $1. Then 2 bags of chips for $1. Right now, that same 25-cent bag of chips from 1996, I go to the store right now, it's $1.09. Now, some would think like, damn, the price of the chips kept going up. It's not the price of them chips that kept going up. It's the value of that instrument that you were giving them for the chips that went down. So instead of, hey, I got to raise my prices, no, that instrument that you're giving me has lost so much value that I can only give you one of these for that now. You understand what I mean? So when we look at the value of these, holding that peg though, if you don't want the fluctuation of the cryptocurrency market, meaning the up and down of Bitcoin itself, you can utilize these and then gain interest on your money versus negative interest rates where, like the brother said, you have to pay the banks to have your money in there. Right now, the interest rates ain't too much better, and I want to go and take a look at a couple of them right now. And just looking at this, it says, according to the FDIC, the national average interest rate on savings accounts currently stands at 0.09% APY. That means for every $100 in the bank that you have, you get about 9 cents at the end of the year. But with inflation, it's probably, you may be negative with inflation. I'm going to be honest with you. But it goes on to state, this applies to both average and jumbo deposits, balances of over $100,000. So don't think that the more money I put in the bank, I'm going to get more than you. In some cases, that is the case, but at the average, you're still going to get the same amount. Here we got a couple of high yield savings accounts, and they show you the minimum balance rate. So a couple of them you can put $1 in, one for 5,000. A couple of them have no minimum. But let's pay attention to the APY that you're getting back. Anywhere from 1.9, 1.85, 1.6, 1.7. So that's for every $100 you get $1.90, $1.85, $1.60, $1.70. After 1 year of the bank holding your money and doing what they know as fractional reserve banking, which is where you put that $100 in, they actually take 90 of it out and go and dish it out and give it out on a loan where they're getting paid anywhere from about 5 to 11 to 15% back on your money. And then they come and give you a couple of the crumbs at the end.
Yep.
Now, when we come and look at a couple of the more known check and savings accounts, we got Chase Premier Savings right here, who has a standard APY of 0.01%. Minimum balance for relationship rate, $50,000 to get you 0.07%. $100,000 to get you 0.08%. $250,000 only gets you a measly 0.11%. You can see these percentages right here, basically highway robbery for them utilizing your money. Now, when we come over here and we look at loan scan, we can look at the DAI dollar. We can see right now with compound, you're getting 18.17% on your money. Now, the thing about the compound over here and within the crypto space is that the interest is really paid out to you every time an Ethereum block is mined. So when we come over here and we look at an actual live, let me see, let me get it pulled up. Look at an actual live account. Let me get it pulled up for you real quick. I want to make sure no personal information pops up. Give me 1 second. Let me switch this over to, okay, bam. All right, so now what you're going to see is a savings account where there is an amount of money that is put in as collateral, and then there's an amount of money that is taken out on the loan. Can you see my screen still, brothers?
Yeah.
Okay. So what you're looking at, savings account, we'll just say just like any other bank. The difference is right now on the original $1,000 deposit, you're getting 15.46% APY. Right now, and I believe this account has been open for maybe a little over than a week, it's already gained 3.42% in interest based off of the stable dollar that was placed in here. Now, there's also a fluctuating asset that has been placed behind so that I can catch any type of volatility of that asset as well. And that asset is known as Ether. So now as the price of Ether goes up and down, I catch whatever price fluctuation comes to there. But my DAI dollars stay the same. Now, with me holding my money in this account, I am now able to use that as collateral and gain access and finance to more funds. Let's say that right now Bitcoin's dropped to 5,000. Hey, I want to go grab $1,000 of it, but now I got half my money in savings. The others I already have invested. What can I do with my savings account now? I can now come and take a loan out, which you can see right here. There's been a loan taken out of $1,000, and now when you look at the APR that's paid back on the loan, it's only 4.87%. So now I have a interest-free loan because the interest that I'm getting paid on my deposit for pretty much the same amount that I took out is eating up the interest I would have had to pay back on my loan. And now I have access to $1,000. And I'm going to show you what I can do with the $1,000 a little bit later. But these are some of the ways that you're able to combat the negative interest rates. Maybe not having access to finance when you need it. Because let's just use a real world case here. Let's say I'm sitting on cryptocurrency, don't want to trade it, don't want to sell it. I'm a regular Joe Smo. I work a 9 to 5, right? Let's say I fall back on my bills. I need to pay the light bill, maybe the gas bill, whatever the case may be. I don't get paid for another week or two. Instead of me having to ask mom, pop, brother, sister, go get a title loan, go to the bank and ask them, I now have access at my fingertips to go take my cryptocurrency, collateralize it, loan myself the money to go pay my bills off, and then when I get my check, come and pay my loan off and then take my cryptocurrency out. Thus, I never had to sell off my crypto and I keep on saving.
I wish we still had the bomb.
Say what?
I wish we still had the bomb. I gotta get my sound effects together, get the bomb.
Oh, got you. Okay. But man, this is an interesting space, brothers and sisters, a very interesting space. Don't let these little pullbacks scare you. These are when you're supposed to be going into the water where the blood is. You want to be a shark there. You don't want to be a guppy. The guppies get eaten up. Because best believe on that drop from 10,000 back down to 4,400, individuals ate. Very wealthy. Very wealthy. And right now is the time, I mean, when it was $10,000, how many people said in their mind, damn, I wish I could have bought that for $5,000, man. Wish I could get it for $5,000. And now here it is. And now the people that wanted to buy it for $5,000 when it was at $10,000 are now scared.
Now they're scared.
You know what I mean? Same thing when it was at $20,000. You know how many dudes would have gave they left nut to get this, excuse my language, to get this thing at a $3,000 price range discount? Come on, man. It came back down to $3,000. Dude jumped out the way. If you go back and watch any of my lives, I did about a 2-year straight live show called Coffee and Crypto. The whole time in 2018 when Bitcoin was dropping, my philosophy was you should be using altcoins to accumulate more BTC, because if your long-term view is, okay, Bitcoin's going to be 50,000 one day, 100,000 one day, $1 million one day, then it's not so much of whatever the price Bitcoin is right now, it's how many can I get. So I got a philosophy that is, it's not about the dollar amount, it's only about the coin count, because it's like Pokemon, you got to get them all, or as many as you can get because they're at a limited price or a limited value or supply, and that's for Bitcoin. You know what I mean? So when this thing's said and done, it's not going to be so much, hey, I bought a Bitcoin at 1,000 and I sold it at $1 million. No. Why would you take something that just jumped up 1,000,000% and sell it? Because if it hit $1 million, it can go beyond. And when we speak about Bitcoin being $1 million, quote unquote, dollars, the thing that hops in my mind is, okay, what is the dollar of the value at that time? Because I could take Bitcoin in Zimbabwe and be a millionaire. So when people ask me, hey, you can be a millionaire and all that, that shit really don't mean nothing to me, because one day a millionaire could be no different from a thousandaire if we're just talking about Federal Reserve notes and how many it costs to get a Bitcoin. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's about it though for now.
I mean, shit. Like somebody in the chat room said, that's a few $1,000s worth of game right there. You know what I mean?
Oh, thank you. I mean, shit, I do have a cash app if anybody want to send a few $1,000s too.
You feel me? Yeah.
You know, I do have a cash app if anybody want to send a few $1,000s too. I can go ahead and post it in the chat. You know what I mean? Or put it in the whatever. But yeah, I mean, any questions about anything that was said that may not have been understood by the family? Any questions or anything?
What's your cash app, King?
Bitcoin Bully 444. Thank you. Bitcoin Bully 444.
What about you, brother?
Yes, sir. Money sign Ricky Rico. Ricky Rico. Also on YouTube, definitely subscribe to the YouTube. I really go into obviously leveraging multiple ways to have multiple streams of income, whether we're talking about just physical gold or we're talking about getting paid in Bitcoin. Obviously, the brother expressed the value of having Bitcoin, right? Well, we have a leverage system on a decentralized platform where you can get paid in Bitcoin immediately in your wallet. Very dynamic system. So anybody want to get information on that, you definitely just send me an email, rhamilton19@gmail.com. Maybe I could put my email in the chat box, right? But yeah, Ricky Rico, yep.
Yeah, make it rain, y'all. Get these brothers some coins. You know,
RICO. Let me see if I can add it in there. No two O's at the end. I mean, no two C's in Rico at the end. Red.
Huh? No.
Who put that in there? Empress? Yeah. Ricky Rico. RICO. No two C's.
So right here is wrong.
Well, I'm saying, the RIC.
Is that K?
Ricky Rico. Yeah, no K, just an O. Yeah, I was looking at somebody else who put it in there. Yeah, just remove the K for the O.
Edit that.
And I guess I'll go ahead and let you take over, Red. I was going to talk a little more about the opportunity for the free account.
For what free account?
For a Carabar. So for those who want to save their money in gold, like the brother was talking about the interest rates, right?
Oh, yeah. People, let them know. Hold on, I got some questions though before we get into. Can we answer? Because the brother Bitcoin Bully asked if there was any questions.
Definitely.
So somebody said, "What's the significance of the DAI dollar being the principal?"
The significance of the DAI dollar that it actually backs what's known as the MakerDAO Foundation, which is a platform that allowed for what was once known as CDPs or collateralized debt positions to be created. So basically what it is like I said before, it's almost like a silver or gold certificate, whereas it's one of the only digital dollars right now in circulation that's actually backed by an actual digital asset being Ethereum. And now with the evolution of multi-collateral DAI, basic attention token as well. All
right. I got another question. What are your views on ARP?
Okay, it must be XRP, being Ripple. All right, I'm gonna show y'all something, because like I said, I read charts. So fundamental values is okay. I listen to what's going on with coins, their dealerships, their partnerships and all that. But the thing that I can't get away from is how a chart looks to me. So before I put my money in something, I want to come look at the chart and see, is there a chance of me getting my money back? When I come and take a look at Ripple, man, we look back from 2000. Let me find a longer chart though. It doesn't look good from my perspective, from an investor's perspective of, okay, I'm gonna put my money in this thing just in the chance that it may shoot and pop back up to the moon. So when we looked at this is when Ripple first popped off right here, 2017. You could have got it from way below a penny. Since then, it shot up 2017 right here, came up to about $3. This right here, what I have are candlestick body closes. So on a monthly, it really closed at about $1.90, but it shot up to about $3. Since then, Ripple has done absolutely nothing but go straight down I can't invest in something like this. Yeah. I don't care what they're doing with the banks. Let me not say that I don't care. I keep that in the back of my mind, but then I come and I look at, okay, it was $3. What if I would have thought, like, okay, 28 cents is the price. This is the big one right here and bought right here. I'd be down 65% ROI right now.
Yeah.
Hoping and wishing that I don't go off of that. So my views on Ripple right now from a trader's perspective is I'm leaving it the hell alone until it makes a base down here, find some type of support, and then gives me a higher low. I mean, a higher high, which it hasn't done yet. It's been one high, lower high, lower high, lower high, lower high. You got to give me a higher high first.
How do you feel about USDT then?
USDT, I really look at like the United States dollar in all actuality, because it's backed by nothing but the Federal Reserve note. They print it up damn near like it's a dollar, which is one reason why I utilize DAI, because DAI can't get printed unless you got that gold, aka silver, aka Ethereum, a basic attention token in the bank. In fact, let me show you all the actual what the bank looks like and how it's backed. Let me see if they still got this one working. So when it comes to USDT, can you use it as a stable source in the space? Yeah, you can use it as a stable source in the space. But would I bank all my money on it? Not really. Now, and once again, what he's talking about, USDT is just a stable coin. So it's like nothing you trade. It fluctuates with the dollar. It's a dollar. You know what I mean? But when we look at, and I guess I'm being subjective now, but just to be used in the States, there's nothing wrong with it. But when we look at this right here, right? This right here is how much debt. Because remember, dollars are debt. Always remember this, family. Your dollars are representations of debt. That's a debt obligation. So when we look at DAI dollars, remember, it's the same thing. These are debt because you took them out off of a loan of you collateralizing Ethereum. So right now we got $18,005,934 in debt. But what is the collateral balance that we have back in this debt? Meaning that, man, is the bank close to becoming insolvent or is it not? Which we can tell right now with a 38.41% is not. But let's put it in perspective. So right now they're holding. So look at this. When you look at this, you want to look at it almost like gold or silver or a precious metal being back and holding that dollar. So right now, let's just say we got 388,785 blocks, ounces, whatever the case may be, 0.86 of gold, right? And right now, those pieces of gold are worth, what, 120, 130 bucks, I think, something to that effect. So what we'll do then, we'll come over here and we'll see how much they have in assets back in the amount of debt that they have out. Remember, we got 18 million right now out in loans, but we got 46 million back in that 18 million. So let's just say everybody reneged on that 18 million. You still have enough money in the kitty to take care of the bank so it wouldn't become insolvent. So I choose to go with that dollar versus the USDT dollar.
So, well, that is beautiful information, my good brother. And to add on to the wealth of information that we've been giving out, the priceless, mind you, the priceless information, the bars that we've been giving the family, the tips. We also have another brother that we're going to bring to the table, to the round table, our esteemed guest, my brother Trillionaire Trav is in the building. So let me bring our brother Trillionaire Trav into the fold. Peace, my good brother. Let me move.
Peace to the gods. What's the science?
All is well, man.
Definitely. Everything is in divine order. What's good with it? I see the brothers up here dropping some esteemed knowledge and information. And this is what it's about, this technology, this new shift, this new wave of energy where we can be solution-based and not be complaining. Actually, right now is a beautiful time to get involved in these type of things that these brothers is building on. Their loss is our gain. We can't always constantly entangle ourselves, with the same people that we trying to fight against. When they have an issue, we make it our issue. Honestly, this is even in the playing field right now. Babylon is crashing, it's falling. It's time for us to leverage what's going on and make it make sense. So shouts out to these brothers that's doing their thing. And I know of I never heard of Crypto Rick, but I'm definitely going to tap into whatever he's got going on and follow that brother so I can get that wealth of information. But I definitely know and heard of Bitcoin Black Bully. I follow the brother on Instagram.
Peace, that's peace, brother. Thank you. Peace.
Yeah, definitely. When you find one God, and you just align with it, it's they say less is more, but it's plenty of us. You know what I'm saying? That was a quote by Jay, and I found you just through. I seen you align with Blue, and Blue and Red is my big bro. So if I see you tapping into some type of information that I can use and leverage myself, I'm gonna follow you. Definitely. So I know who you are, and I definitely want to get to know Crypto Rick, and we can put all this stuff together and make it make sense, man. But who I am and what I do is I'm a professional sports trader. I deal with the sports markets, which is very similar to binary trading. Actually, there's more leverage in the sports markets than there is in binary, because usually in binary, what you'll see and what you'll find out is that every $100 you wager, you get $70 in return. So 170 will be the comeback on a win. But in sports, depending on what the spread is and how you actually leverage that spread, you can actually put $100 and make $900 off of one game. So what I wanted to do was actually leverage this system known as sports, which we actually rule melanated indigenous people. We run basketball, we run football. And when you add in the Dominicans and the Cubans, which are melanated brothers that just speak a different language, we run baseball. So we're about 70 to 80% of all these sports. But what I realized, being an avid sports lover and being an all-state basketball player and tearing my knee in my senior year, I realized kind of that, like, if we didn't make it to the league, then at that point, we just wanted to get a job or sell drugs or things of that nature. And that was just the beginning. Just knowing the sports themselves gives us a tremendous advantage against those who don't participate in the sports. They just own the teams. So what I realized is that, we're missing out on a tremendous amount of money. It's about $80 billion a year in sports trading. And we're not tapping into that market. And that's where I come in. Also, I'm familiar with Forex as well. As I see the brother, the Bitcoin Black Bully, I know he's probably familiar with Forex and things of that nature. And I'm probably sure, Crypto Rick has heard of Forex as well. And as you can see right now, sports has been shut down for about 30 days. So, what I want to bring to the table today is, tapping into Forex the same way that I do the sports signals. I'm right now in tune with an auto bot that is getting about 100 pips a day, at about 10% return on a daily basis on an account. So when we're talking about that, we're talking about that's tremendous leverage when you're talking about investing. Some of our people may think 10% is not a lot of money. We may, because we gamble, we don't invest. So when you're talking about $100 a day on $1,000 account, that's big money. So that's what I wanted to present today was a bot that I'm a part of. It's actually a scalper that uses price action strategy and hedging, based on the lot size, and gives the opportunists the ability to put in larger lots for recovery on lost trades. So on $1,000 account, we're talking about about $100 a day, which is tremendous leverage. You know what I'm saying? Because with 30 days in a month, you're talking about $3,000 profit, and people not even making that with real estate. So we must also really understand that even though real estate is big, there's things out there bigger than real estate, like sports trading, like trading Bitcoin, trading gold, trading oil, trading binary options. And just because we don't understand these words when we first hear them, there's no reason for us to run from them, because you got brothers like Crypto Rick, Bitcoin Black Bully, and myself, who are from the same culture that you're from. We have the same experiences that you have, but we're not making excuses. We're coming up with solutions. And then you have like geniuses like these brothers who sometimes let you leverage their expertise. It's not always about learning this stuff on your own until you can actually capitalize for yourself. You can leverage the expertise of other people who actually charge a small fee compared to the money that you're going to make to actually tap into what they're doing. So that's how I became successful in sports trading. I was a successful sports trader, but it really went through the roof when I actually started to sell signals to my people. Now, the difference between what I do and Europeans do is they're going to charge you $1,200 a month for signals. They're also going to charge you $500 a week for signals. And, people like me and Red is doing something right now when the sports markets pop back open. Guys need to dive in, because we're only going to be charging $100 a month and $50 a week. So we're cutting the Europeans' throat by $1,100. They don't want us to know stuff like this. They don't want us to do stuff like this. But like I said, they've evened the playing field. So now people are looking for other options to make money that doesn't require your body to work, because you can only make but so many dollars in a day if you're basing it on you having to be there. Even if you make $20 an hour, it's only 24 hours in a day. You capping out at 480. Well, I sometimes I make 480 by 2 p.m. in certain days. So the body can't do what leveraging technology can do. So like I said, as of right now, I'm working with my brother and give it a couple of days, and I'll actually have a link for everybody. Me and Red is gonna set it up to where everybody can benefit. You know what I'm saying? We're not going to cut nobody out the picture. You guys will be going through Red, and we'll be starting our own private group, which will be a KTL, a KTL auto trader, Forex robot that, like I said, is bringing in about 100 pips a day. We're going to have educational videos. You could get a lifetime membership for about $500. That means you never got to pay again. Or you can pay $125 a month to leverage this system. A lot of bots, like I said, a lot of bots that I've came across is not really that powerful as the ones that we're using today, because a lot of people are trying to do too much in one day, not understanding that the power lies in doing a little bit every day. 10% every day increases. When you're talking about compound multiplicity, you could turn $1,000 account and even something like with a 15% return on a monthly basis, compounded in 3 years, you could turn $1,000 account into $1 million trading sports. But most people don't want to make 15% a month or 3% a day. They don't, on $1,000 account, they don't understand the power of being able to profit $30, leveraging money and not their hands. Because you got to figure after 30 days, 3 times, 33, 30 days times 33, which would be 3.3%, is going to double an account. So you're talking about 1,000 the first month, 2,000 the second month, then it gets real strange. Third month, 4,000, then it gets crazy. Fourth month, 8,000, then 16,000 by the fifth month. But most people want to see the money today, so they can't get to the fifth month. They don't know if the shit works or not because they don't have patience. And that's one thing our people got to have, man. We got to believe in the process, because that's what's going to free us, man. Not preparation, opportunity equals success. You need to first prepare yourself, so when opportunities like this do come, that we could take advantage. Like me right now, for example, people, a lot of people hit me up like, yo, you in trouble, bro. The sports markets crashed. Not really crashed, but they're on hold. Well, I'm not in trouble because sports, I love sports, but I love investing more. So I know about Forex. I know about binary. And if I don't know about something, I got dudes that are experts like Bitcoin Block Bully and Crypto Rick that I can hit up and maybe even dump some money on them. Hey, bro, I'm going to give you 5,000. Here's 1,000 up front, and you take 20% of the profit. Do your thing. You know what I'm saying? So with stuff like that, and our people leveraging each other, that's one thing we got to start doing, is not trust everybody, but trust people who are getting results and who are credible, especially when they're coming through other people such as Red and Blue, who are credible in the community. Now, I ask that you do your homework before actually blindly jumping into any of this stuff. But, when you have people that have been doing this for 15 and 20 years, man, you know what I'm saying? Like Red standing on the corner in the freezing cold with Brother Rich, giving you gems every day. They didn't have to do these things, man. They put their lives on the line. We see what happened to Black and more Messiahs that come before these brothers, like Marcus Garvey, Malcolm X, no matter who you name, Elijah Muhammad, Dr. York, like no matter who you bring up, they've been assassinated, whether it's character or their flesh has been, sent back to the ethers. So with that being said, these brothers put their lives on the line. So they're not just doing this, just for the fame. If they was, they probably would have been stopped because they've been popular. They're doing it because there's a tremendous amount of value in helping other people when you talk about residual income. And that's like the only thing that we're really missing, especially dudes with 50,000 followers. We got to start thinking more about multi-level marketing too. Network marketing. I'm a network marketing pro. I jump in companies and hit 10,000 a month. You know what I'm saying? Because, tracking emails, keeping in touch with people that I did business with, and leveraging these followings and just bringing them all over to one company. We got to start doing this. We got to stop talking about pyramid schemes when your job is a pyramid scheme, because you don't even know who cutting your check. And if you catch a flat tire on the highway and your check come tomorrow, do you think the owner of that business will send you money to get your tire fixed, even if you got your baby in the back seat, in the car seat, and it's 1 o'clock in the morning? No, they don't know you. So with that being said, you're not going to get your check early. Well, you got to figure that out, and you got to get home how you get home, and you get paid tomorrow. Well, with stuff like network marketing and multi-level marketing, we need to leverage this, because you're talking about the power of residual. You're talking about companies that may pay you, even like We Trade Sports. I pay a $40 commission on referrals. So let's say you got 50,000 followers or even 10,000 followers. And let's say 1% of that which is 100 people, 10,000, 1% is 100. So let's say you get 1% of those, you get 100 people to get in, follow these signals. Now you're talking about times $40, you're talking about $4,000 a month. Well, you can live anywhere in the world and pay your bills, leveraging 100 people. So what Red always teaches is the 1,000-man theory. Everybody within our culture needs to try to build their platform to where they can leverage 1,000 people, because anything you launch, you're going to be successful. You get 1,000 people paying you $40 a month. That's 40 bands a month. And you know, my goal for We Trade Sports is 20 people in each state. That's 1,000 people because I'm following the blueprint. And you know, 1,000 people. Yeah, 1,000 people paying me $100 a month puts me at $100,000 a month. And all we got to do is a 1 city tour in each state, which is what we're doing now. We're working on. So 3 years from now, I'll be a millionaire without a shadow of a doubt. Inshallah, I'm still alive. There's nothing that can stop me from doing what I do. There's too many people that love sports, too many people that love passive income, and too many people that's woke, and too many people like us that's coming together. So what we got to start doing is we got to start attacking these companies. We got to start getting behind the leaders. We got to start picking. It's not about us per se. It is about us. It's not about me. So we got to start getting behind people like Red and Blue, Bitcoin Black Bully, Crypto Rick, myself. And then what we got to start doing is aligning everybody, get under this people, under these 1 or 2 people, and we attack these companies like a fucking tribe of army ants. You know, we go into these CBD companies. People, if you look, you see it. Follow Stormy Wellington on Instagram and see if you're not inspired by a lady making $400,000 every 30 days selling CBD tea. I'm only saying that type of stuff because Red and Blue and people that are 19 Keys and people that's already got followings like Stormy Wellington could jump in these companies, and the people that are directly beneath them, and because once we get in, more people gonna get in. So don't worry about where your dollar is the first day you join. We just need to get the recognition. We need to get them ranked up so that people start to pay attention to the movement. Then they're like, who's this KTL movement that just came in and raided this CBD company? I want to be down. Well, guess what? They got to reach out to the people that's already in the business. So I just wanted to say that I'm over here working on some things. Like I said, I got this auto bot because most people don't know how to trade Forex in our culture. But guess what? You don't have to know everything to leverage everything. And it's not an MLM. This is not an MLM. It's a 3-tier affiliate program, which allows the individual to get 35% of the commissions paid. So you'll be getting 35% of whatever somebody pays on the 125. And if you pay the lifetime joint, you'll get 50%. So $60 every time somebody pays their monthly. So like there again, you're talking about 60 times. If you had 1,000 people in your organization, is $60,000 a month. And then actually, you know, once you tap into these things, MLMs and affiliate programs, you get taxed as a Fortune 500 company. We need to learn the difference on why we pay so much in taxes. We get a job, we get $1,000 check, but we only see $670. Well, honestly, if we own the business, we can get paid to drive, right? We can actually write off our rent or our mortgage. We can write off our medical things. We can write off gas. We can write off food. Every time you go to buy a sandwich, you're supposed to get 50% of that money back. You know what I'm saying? So we can't act smart, but not move smart. So, you know, me personally, what I want to bring to the table is the power of network marketing. That's important because it's easy and it's low. It doesn't cost anything. When you talk about investing in sports and Forex and these things, you got to have a little bit of change. You can't jump in no Forex market with $100 account. That's not going to do nothing for you. You can't jump into sports markets with $100 account, even though there's been times I've helped people take like one guy who just, you know, thanked me like, yo, bro, thanks. You saved my life. I had $183 left to my name. I put it in the sports trade account. You turn that shit into 2,000 in 9 days. It's like I just moved in the crib. I was sleeping in my car. So there is the opportunity to do those things, but you can't expect that all the time. You can't expect to turn $100 into 20,000. That's not realistic. We got to be more realistic. But what you can do is come into these MLMs with an army, right? Under people who already have a name, leverage that name, create a movement, right? Such as KTL empowerment or whatever the movement to be called. And we all blitz these companies once at a time, long as they make sense. And long as we're not just whoring ourselves and jumping from company to company, we got to make it make sense. We know CBD is on an uptrend. We need to find a company that's doing CBD and attack.
We have Smoke and Grow Rich tours. Right. Shout out to my brother Tyreek. Shout out to Blue Pill. Blue Pill has greenhouses. He got marijuana grow licenses in Georgia. Like the brother is making milestones, and he has Gold Water, Crown. You know, all of the products, like you said, that Blue and 19 Keys, and you know the family, Mama Pill, KT the Arch Degree. All of these product lines have the same, if not more, of life-saving, life-changing, life-transforming, nutritional, herbal, electrical, sustainable value in a multi-trillion-dollar market, right? Because this is a multi-trillion-dollar market that we're in. So, you know, we could definitely begin, and KTL Empowerment is the brand that we are, yes, that is the brand that we're, the umbrella that we're all under when we're dealing with this, you know, empowerment and whatnot. And I do agree that it's time for us to begin to visit, and it's time for us to explore, and it's time for us to get into these markets, into these, on these platforms, because the power's in the people. And I've said this before, but now we have proof in the numbers, so we don't have to speculate. The power is the people. 1,000 of us can change million of our lives. 1,000 of us can make, we can make monumental change overnight. It's just moving as a unit. The 1,000, like the brother said, the 1,000 fan theory, but we apply that to all kind of currency streams, and you'll see this thing change in no time.
That's a fact.
Yeah. Man, yeah, man, I'm honored to be on this stream with you, brothers, man. Trillionaire Tribe, man, first time, you know, being on the stream with you as well, brother, man. Y'all, that was some powerful information, man, that you were spitting there, man. All facts, 100%. My man was touching on dropping big jewels, man. Yeah, that was lit, man. I just want to say that. Real talk.
Yeah, definitely. When brothers like us come together, man, these type of builds right here, where it's basically how to secure oneself. You know, health is wealth. The metaphysics is very nice. I use it in my trading, you know, and in my understanding of cryptocurrency, period. But when it comes down to actually understanding how to work financially, you're not going to be able to build anything if you don't have the money and the know-how to actually use the money, if you do come across it, to actually build something worth keeping and worth growing in abundance from a community standpoint. One thing that I wanted to show the family real quick, and this is just how awesome that this space is. When we talk about nation building, right, the biggest thing that you're going to have to, the biggest obstacle I see is the monetary system or banking system, and how you're able to operate and how you're not able to operate in it. Whereas within this decentralized space, you're able to do a number of operations on your own. The only thing that you need is the trust of the community. So what we're looking at here is a platform that allows you to do under collateralized loans. Now, what is an under collateralized loan? That is you not having the proper security to get or over collateralize the amount that you need. Whereas when you get a title loan, you know, you're only getting a percentage of what the vehicle is worth. When you do a mortgage, you're only getting a percentage of what the house is worth. What this allows us to do is, if we have individuals in the community that need access to capital, let's say that Blue's nephew or Trillionaire's niece, or Brother Rick's younger brother needs access to capital, and we're building the community. As long as we have the individuals, the pioneers, me, Blue, Red, Trillionaire, Rick, other individuals that are able to come together and bring the liquidity, what we're able to do is set up a platform where people are able to put up a certain amount of security and get a loan. Whereas with this, I have it set at about 44% collateralization, meaning if one of those individuals needed a loan of, say, $100, right? All you would have to do is bring me $44, and you would be able to get a loan for $100. That 44 is going to be kept as security. You're going to pay that 100 back with interest, and then the 44 will be released to you at the end of the loan, right? Things like this are not able to be done within our community right now with these banking systems because we don't have a bank.
Man, that's all facts, man. That's what you're talking about, that group economics, being able to leverage each other and come together and pool our resources to actually change our environment in the situation that we're dealing with. And that's what's going on with this opportunity right now in the financial system when we talk about that wealth transfer. I don't know if I can share the screen as well. I don't know, is that possible, Red?
Yeah, that's possible. There's a button on, you're in the back office.
What do I have to do? Do I got to cut mine off? Let me see.
Nah,
okay.
I'll bring it in right there.
Okay. All right, hold on. There we go. So just on the information on gold as well, because obviously, look, I'm here representing myself, but also Karatbars International. And just real quick, Karatbars International is an e-commerce company. They've been around since 2011, and we specialize in is physical gold, all right, with a free account. So when we talk about being able to leverage e-commerce companies, affiliate marketing programs, network marketing, it's a system of leverage where we're saving our money in an asset, which is pure 24 karat gold, right, with a free account. So there are no penalties, no fees, no requirements. You can save as little or as much as you want in pure 24 karat gold. And the smallest amount that you can put in this free account is about $6. Right here is about 1/10 of a gram of gold. This is worth $6 US right now. I think everybody can see that, right? Let me just make sure on my screen. Okay, yeah, my fault. I try to see this thing around here. But there's about $6 worth of pure gold embedded in this note. So in this free account, and we talked about saving and we talked about interest, right? Well, obviously the bank's giving you little to no interest. And we're talking about this year alone. This is as of yesterday, March 12, 2020. The average return on gold is about 9.6%. And last year alone, it gained, or this year, it's up 4.6%. Last year, it gained 18.9%. The beautiful thing about when you're saving in gold is that gold will never go to zero. It's an asset all around the world. And so with Karat Bars, you can open up a free savings account in gold and start saving your money in pure gold, and they deliver the gold to your home via FedEx. It's also a leveraged opportunity where we getting paid to share that information with other people, helping people save their money in pure gold, right? And so gold is a massively undervalued asset right now because it's been rigged and manipulated. They got a fix on the market. And so right now, the same way we know Bitcoin and other opportunities are going to take off in value, saving your money in pure gold is taking off in value. But one of the other things about Karat Bars that people might not be aware of is that we got our own cryptocurrency exchange. So when we're talking about whether you trade in Bitcoin, Ethereum, or we're going to be adding other exchanges, but our cryptocurrency exchange is the only exchange where you can turn your cryptocurrency into gold. We got gold on the blockchain. So Unival right here, what you can see is gold, right? And so we got the value, and the Unival is 1/10 of a gram of gold. So when you're talking about securing your profits in a real asset, right, from your crypto space to gold, that's Unival. And when you're wondering what is the physical representation of the Unival, that's cash gold. So when we're talking about getting out of this debt-based fiat monetary system and we're dealing with a real asset-backed payment system in gold, that's what Karat Bars is set up. Because not only do we got the notes with the gold in it to guarantee the value that just used to represent value that's backed by nothing, we got the gold in the paper. Similar to Cash App or PayPal, how we sending money from one person to the next or paying for things, we got an app called Karat Pay. So we paying for products, goods, and services with gold through Karat Pay, right, digitally. And then, of course, we got a cryptocurrency that's linked to not only our banking system, which has, we got our own ATMs, we have our own blockchain smartphones. So when we talk about the cryptocurrency space and positioning yourself with companies that are ahead of the curve in the technology and the monetary system, this company leading the way because we done took the blockchain technology and enhanced it. So now we got a more secure blockchain even than Bitcoins. And now we got a more dynamic blockchain because we got something called voice over blockchain protocol, which is pretty much through the blockchain, we're doing audio, visual, media, your data, your documents, all secure because some people might know that Jeff Bezos just got his phone hacked by the Saudi crown prince. Jeff Bezos like the number 1, number 2 rich person in the world, and he got his phone hacked. Also, Angela Merkel down up in Germany. She's a president of Germany. A prime minister has got her phone hacked. So this company, Karat Bars, and when we're talking about doing business on a real phone, doing business with real money, no dealing with no fiat, this company leading the way because we got our own blockchain smartphone. I don't know if I might have it here, an image of it. We got the blockchain smartphone where can't nobody hack your calls. Can't nobody hack your your data, your information. Same thing with cryptocurrency, right? It's the same thing with cryptocurrency. Can't nobody hack that information. So this company not only got the blockchain smartphone, right? The blockchain wallets. I'm gonna talk on this in a second real quick, but they got the blockchain wallets, the blockchain smartphone. We got a blockchain laptop, all secure, everything on the blockchain, dealing with gold. So this is an opportunity where we can leverage this, come in for free, right? And of course, if you want to position yourself where you making more money getting paid every week from this company, you get paid in euros. But the other thing I want to talk about real quick is that we want to be able to have offshore accounts. We want to be able to make sure that if some pop off in the United States, we got money. We got the ability to make money all around the world. So this company pay us in euros for one thing. So when we talk about diversifying your currency portfolio, you want to get paid in dollars at the US for your emergency fund, but you also want to have some euros on stash too. And Karatbars, because it's based in Germany, it's an international company, they pay us in euros on this private issue MasterCard, right? So in this MasterCard that I got right here, I got euros sitting on this MasterCard, and obviously we know the euro is stronger than the dollar. The euro got more buying power, right? So anytime I'm in America and I swipe this card, and anywhere MasterCard is accepted, everything is on discount. Any ATM I go to, I put this MasterCard in, it's in euros, but I'm pulling out the local currency, and I'm gonna still have euros on my MasterCard because I'm dealing with a superior system. And so this company, I'm gonna say it this way, is based in Germany, right? So it's not based in the US. They're not reporting to the US. They pay us in euros, so we never come back into dollars. So when you're talking about a system where it's not tied to any US financial institution, they're not reporting to the government, and you're still able to make money. And to get started with Karatbars, it don't matter if you got a record, it don't matter your background. All you need is a proof of ID and a proof of address, and you got this system where you can help people save their money in pure gold, get that pure gold delivered to their house, build wealth in this physical asset, right, and get paid, right? And so it's a real dynamic system. And I wanted to show this real quick because, and some people might not know, usdebtclock.org. Check out usdebtclock.org because you want to be aware of the problems that's going on with this monetary system and analyze these numbers. Well, we're talking about the national debt. We're talking about debt per citizen. And it's going to get worse because on my YouTube channel, I did a live stream not too long ago. The Federal Reserve has already come out and said that they're going to fight the next recession with quantitative easing. They said aggressively. And so what that means is that we're going to see QE 3, 4, 5, 6. We're going to see massive money printing far as out. I mean, people won't believe the emergency monetary policy mode that they're in right now and what's about to take place. And all that means is that the citizens of the United States are going to take that debt. It's the people in the United States that are going to pay that debt, right? And so now we're talking about being able to not only escape the ravages of this debt-based system, but build wealth in real assets like gold, because the whole financial system's changing over. It's changing over, so you don't. Go ahead, brother.
What would you say to the detractors of Karatbars to say that it's a scam? What would you say to the detractors of Karatbars to say that, it's too good to be true, it's not real? What would you say to people? Because there's naysayers.
Right. What I would say to that is that, they said Bitcoin was a scam. They said Bitcoin wasn't real. In fact, Jamie Dimon in I think it was 2016 or 17 said Bitcoin was a fraud. Right. And they told people don't get into Bitcoin. And then the year after that, Jamie Dimon, CEO of JP Morgan, came out and said, I regret saying that. And then the following year, JP Morgan, now they got their own JPM coin. They got their own cryptocurrency. Right. Well, this company has been around since 2011. This is not no startup. They partnered with MasterCard. They pay us in MasterCard, and this company is in 146 countries around the world. Right. And the product is pure. Look, on my YouTube channel, I've took the gold and I've got it tested. I've sold the gold for cash. This is pure 24 karat gold. So if this is a pyramid scheme, this is the best damn pyramid scheme I've been a part of, because I'm getting a real asset that's helping protect me from financial and inflation. But it's not a pyramid scheme, though. It's not. It's a real company, but it's just like anything. Anybody who joined any other opportunity, if they didn't have success, they say it don't work. They say it's a scam. For one thing, a pyramid scheme, usually there's no real product, good, or service move, and you make money from bringing people in. We don't get paid to bring people in. I just told you can sign up for free and you can make money from the free position. There's no website fee. Right? You see all these other companies, there's a website fee. You got to pay a monthly fee. No, in Karatbars, there's no fee. You can join for free, make money from the free position, and you can start saving in gold for as little as $6 with that account, and they'll deliver that gold to your house. Ain't nothing scamish or pyramid scheme about that. I've been having more success with this company than I ever had in my life, saving more money in gold and making more income than I had with any business. So if somebody on the outside looking in who haven't really done their due diligence, you don't pay no website fee. You don't pay no monthly fee. There are no requirements that you have to save in gold, right? Even when you do the business and you get yourself a business package, you don't have to get a business package. Everything is optional, right? And so when somebody opts into this system and really see how dynamic this is, imagine being able to invest or be a part of the Federal Reserve in its inception when they were setting up. There are people who own the Federal Reserve. They got shareholders. people getting money every time the Federal Reserve print. Like there are people who own the Fed. So it's now this company is putting in a banking system in gold. This company, like everything is pretty much already done. We're already by June of this year, everything is secure on the blockchain. Everything is on the blockchain. So we're not talking about, the Federal Reserve, where you can't even audit the Federal Reserve, for one thing. They're a private banking cartel. They don't even answer to the United States. We're talking about a company here that's all over the world, where we got gold as the payment system, and everything is on the blockchain, safe and secure, right? So somebody who says that, they just don't really know. They haven't really done their due diligence, and they're just doing what hearsay. But that's why I go live on YouTube. That's why I share this information, and I let people know, like, no, you need to position yourself, like Trav said, with other opportunities, multiple streams of income. Trav talked about with that person who would take a penny. I mean, that would take $1 million right now, or if I gave you a penny that doubled for 30 days, which one would you take? Most people are going to take that $1 million right now because they're looking for instant gratification. They don't know how to let things grow and take their time. They don't want to plant that seed and water it and watch it grow. They want to just get that tree already built. They don't understand how to be able to take their time and actually enjoy the process. So that person who took that penny that doubled for 30 days, because you was quick to take the $1 million, you missed out on $4 or $5 million, because that penny doubling for 30 days is over $5.3 million. But if you was patient, that's what you would have had, let alone if you went 31 days in a month, with a penny doubling for 31 days is about $10 million. But you couldn't wait 30 days. That's the compound interest Trav was talking about. J. Paul Getty, who one of the first recorded billionaires in history, he said, I'd rather have 1% of 100 people's income than 100% of my own. Trav talking about using a system of leverage. This is what this is. It's a system of leverage where we can come together and be able to all benefit from saving our money and getting paid. And now when we're trying to figure out them 7 to 9 areas of human activity, we try to change our educational system. We try to change our environment, our entertainment industry. We're trying to change the politics. We're trying to change the religion. We're trying to change the sex, health, war, and religion. We can't change all that till we get the money right. Claude Anderson talked about in 1865, we came out of slavery owning 1/2 of 1% of the nation's wealth. Today, we still only own 1/2 of 1% of the nation's wealth. We didn't move. We felt like we got ahead. We got a few tokens, a few people making a little money here and there. But where are our institutions? Where are our businesses? You know what I mean? And so this is why, like brother said, this is so powerful when we come under the banner, under the umbrella of ATL, and we can all leverage each other, and we can leverage these systems to build wealth. And now when it's time for us to come together and go buy back the block, or say we want to buy this rec center, you know what I'm saying? Now we can come under that leadership, and then we got an organization of people who trust, and we got the real systems that we can leverage and guaranteed assets, because it's our time. You know what I'm saying? That wealth transfer is happening. If we don't do something different right now, we really going to be a permanent underclass.
You know, let me give the other panelists
definitely. Yeah, how you stop sharing? Go ahead, brother.
Crypto, do you have anything that you want to add to the conversation, my good brother?
Yeah, definitely. If you can you get my screen share back up for a second, Brother Blue? Brother Red, excuse me.
Did I hear Professor Red? There you go.
All right. So when we talk about leveraging and gaining access to capital, one of my biggest things is being able to gain that access to capital, and being able to access that capital, like I say, in a decentralized way. So when we go back and we remember the savings account that was open, right? And this is one of the biggest things that I try to introduce individuals to that come into the space new. Just coming into cryptocurrency, my main thing is to set you up with the foundation to where you really don't have to worry about the upward swings of the volatility if you really just want somewhere stable to place your money and gain a better interest in what the banks are doing. Now, for those that do choose to possibly jump out the window and actually take a loan out against that collateral and actually try to utilize it, what you're then able to do is, remember, we got the $1,000 put to the side. So we're number one, we're not even touching our own capital. We've got capital that we financed and loaned based off the capital that we put in on deposit, which also at the same time is taking care of the interest that we're paying back on the loan. So now we got a $1,000 loan that's interest free, which we can now take to another platform and take another loan out on the last loan that we just got. So what you're looking at now is a cryptocurrency, one of the largest cryptocurrency exchange platforms in the world, be Binance. They do the largest numbers of 24-hour volume within a day, and you're able to utilize anywhere from 1 to 5. And then if you play the futures market, which is another one that I do play with, you're able to utilize anywhere from 1 to 125x leverage, meaning that for every $1 that you have the capabilities of making that $1 represent $125. So what I'm going to do is I'm on a platform right now that allows me to use 5x leverage. So what I'm going to do with that $1,000 loan that I took out, I just wanted to do an example for the family. I'm going to borrow now 5 times that much in order for me to go and actually trade with. So now not only am I not touching the original $1,000 that I put in here, I'm now taking that $1,000. Let me see. And you can do shorts and longs over here, meaning if I think the price of Ethereum is going down, I can go ahead and borrow about $4,000 worth of Ethereum and then just short the market. Let it go down, pay them back, and then take my money out. What I'm going to do, though, is I'm going to show you how you can go ahead and get the equivalent of dollar amount. So as you can see right here, right now, what I have and what I'm able to do, no ID, no credit check, no nothing. I'm about to borrow $4,000. So I'm going to take that. I get approved. Once this approval is set, then you're going to see the balance that I have now go from $1,000 to $5,000. Let me see, request approval. Let me wait for the update. Computer running a little slow. I do apologize. But now what I'm able to do, now I have access to capital 5 times what I originally took out on a loan. So now not only do I not even have to touch that first $1,000, I got $4 more $1,000 to play with. Now at the end of the day, the only thing that I risk losing is $1,000. I can't lose or go into the negative $4,000. You understand what I mean? I only can lose that $1,000. Now, let's say I only wanted to use 10% of my capital, meaning I put in $1,000, I took out $100, right? I then take that 100 over here and turn that 100 either into 500, which now means I have the same amount of half of the original capital that I put into my deposit, which I'm still not touching, which is still gaining capital from me and interest from me every single second, every single minute, forget every single day. It's building from me every time an Ethereum block is on mine. So now what I'm doing is I'm taking that original loan and getting a loan on top of that loan.
Wow. This dude is a problem right here.
Family, like I said, this is KTL University, KTL Empowerment. You know, this is an example. This is just a brief of what you're going to be getting into when we begin to hold class and we begin to level up and learn what we need to learn solution-based. Like I said, this is Friday the 13th. This is Jason's day. We at Camp Crystal Lake right now, out here catching bodies. This is a massacre. You know what I'm saying? It's blood on the dance floor. While the people are out there panicking, we are in a think tank right now, drinking from the waters of some real good alkaline streams of consciousness, streams of income, real things, like men lie, women lie. We showing you the numbers.
Man, numbers don't lie. They do not lie, man. And just in closing, though, what I want individuals to be able to do and what I feel you're only able to do within this decentralized space, and it's crazy because then when you look at the Code of Federal Regulations of the word bank, it actually means the word person. So you yourself are actually supposed to be the bank, and only in this space are you actually able to operate in that capacity. And instead of using your own money, use the money from the bank. You know what I mean? And that's what I want everybody to be able to transition into being, is their own bank, and stop giving up that such power to other individuals. Because everyone running around talking about all this sovereign stuff, until you bank on your own, you're really not sovereign in my eyes. And that's just my opinion.
I agree totally. No, sovereignty is a concept, but that card is going to be tested in about a week from now. Last closing thoughts about what you think the next 7 days are going to behold economically for the people. I'm going to deal with the social aspect of it. I'll close it out with that. And also, I need everybody to leave the family with the ordering information. If anybody is interested in purchasing carrot bars, I need that information. If the family want to get down with Trillionaire Trav, and you want to get into class with that brother, and you want some of his knowledge in this consultation, I need you to get that information. If they're familiar with Chicago cryptocurrency and they want to get involved with his weekly programs, his mentorship, his consultations, and what he has to offer, I need you to leave that information as well, because we're gonna deal with solutions, and and then we're gonna move forward. There you go, Brother Ricardo. You could turn your camera on if you want to as well. All right. Y'all leave y'all in your name. In your names, you should put your handles, your Instagram handles.
Right. You can find me at Trillionaire Trav, trillionaires.club, on Instagram. Or if you put trillionaire, if you put the word trillionaire, it's only one trillionaire. I'm gonna come up. So put trillionaire in, you'll see Trillionaire Trav, Trillionaires Club, add me here, or go to WeTradeSports_.247 on Instagram, so you can learn how to make some passive income in the sports markets. And we're gonna leverage this Forex Autobot. And shouts out to Red for having me. And you already know KTL is the movement. And we solution based. We not complaining. We gods in the flesh. We be impressed.
So what you think the next week is holding, my brother? And
what I think the next week is holding, let me get into that. Well, pretty much, man. It's definitely gonna be quarantining going on. You niggas gonna have to sit in the crib for a little bit. So all of you, I'm bored, let me. I know it might be children watching, so my mouth could get kind of crazy at times. But all of those who I'm bored people, I need something to do. Well, you're gonna be real bored, because it's about to be some quarantining going on, and it may be for 2 and 3 weeks at a time, meaning you can't go outside or you getting arrested. So with that being said, I've been teaching this work from home thing, this entrepreneurship thing, just do your thing from home thing for 7 years now, every day. I played the role of Jesus. I was Nelson Cross. I was the pyramid scheme guy. I was the here he is selling something again guy. Now it makes sense though. Now, if you don't have multiple streams of income, you in trouble. You better hope they push that mortgage whole thing and all of that stuff they're doing over in Spain, Italy, where they don't got to pay mortgage and rent. Because you never know. This dude Trump, they kind of strange with how they move in this game over here. So you may still have to pay your bills even though you can't go to work. So with that being said, if you've been getting paycheck after paycheck for year after year, for week after week, and you haven't been putting them in your account, if you've been waiting for every Friday, you've been thinking all week what you going to do on Friday with the money, meaning you don't have any money, even though you made $500 a week times 10 years, and you should have 100,000 in this things. You don't even have $100, you will suffer the consequences. And now you're going to be forced to actually tap into passive income streams. You're going to be forced to leverage the expertise of other people because you've been too busy worried about who killed Ghost on Power. You've been too busy worried about the wrong things, and you need to get focused on what's happening next, because Babylon has crashed. It's over. It's over.
Yeah, I think Wilder got cheated. All right, we got it. Let's go now. The shit has crashed. What we talking about? You know,
all solution based. So I'm gonna leave y'all with that, man. That's what we doing. KTL is the movement. Big Bro, and Blue and Red is the ambassadors. You know what I'm saying? And I'm the mother effing president. I'm here to hold down the name. I'm rocking that flag. I'm repping that flag all over the country. We got a tour. We touring right now. Well, we don't even know.
We got our freedom papers, my nigga. We got like when they quarantine niggas, we gonna have our buggies. We doing lectures and whatnot. They like, yo, they come to schools. Well, y'all should hit me up to come and teach the babies. You know what I'm saying? Drop a bag and we'll fly in and teach the babies for a whole week, a workshop. Oh, the kids ain't in school. All right, we about to launch Netflix. We about to launch KTL Media app. They could watch something. Don't put them in front of the boob tube because coronavirus is jumping through the screens. Coronavirus is jumping through Nickelodeon and all of this dumb shit. Coronavirus, you could get that through Disney Plus. You know what I'm saying? Coronavirus is all of the buffoonery. It's on World Star and shit like that. So we need to really focus on, you know, the social aspect of what is going on and get these children thinking about the future, giving them the information about the evolution, giving them the information about the disruption of the financial system, not giving them the fear, not giving them lies, not giving them propaganda. They're selling these babies agendas now. So we got to stop that. We're going to have to pause on the agenda and we got to control. It's our agenda. Look, babies, the ancestors is out here cooking niggas. They got locusts, motherfucking, you know, get your, you know, it's going down. You know what I'm saying? You know, get these bars. Let's get this information. You know, Blue Ivy finna start rapping.
Yeah.
Don't apologize for being conscious. Don't apologize for spitting the truth. Don't apologize for surfing on the wave. We here. It's going down. So my thing is this. I'm telling people, you know, you've been in preparation for these days to come. There's nobody more prepared for tomorrow than this community or this village. It's not a community yet. It could be a community once this smoke blows over. Where's Jay Morrison and those guys at? Can they buy a village? I know they was buying the block back, but if the prices bottom out, buy the block. You know what I'm saying? Buy the town, my niggas.
Right.
You know, Tariq Nasheed, where you at? Buy the town, my brother. The stock crash. Buy the town, Umar. You know, where's the people with the compounding interest over the years? We need them to start acquiring some things because it's that time. So for the people who got it, we need it. You know what I mean? The NBA they sat them niggas down. I need about 3 NBA Patreons right now. That's what I'm talking about. I need about 3 or 4 NBA Patreons right now. Now that Jay-Z is jacking niggas wave, I need some blue checks from Twitter and Instagram. I need some Patreons. We need investors. We need people who are going to get behind Facts Initiative, Facts 2020, food, art, clothing, technology, and shelter. Blue Pill they offering Blue Pill greenhouses for 10 racks a piece. I want about 10 greenhouses. We got our marijuana license. Like, we need investment because the time is now. It's time to stop jacking. It's too much capping going on. It's too much jacking going on. And the power is in the people. And like I said, the 1,000 fan theory. What if you got 1,000 millionaires on your team? 1,000.
Right.
It's 1,000 millionaires in Atlanta alone right now that are under 30. They could get behind anything that's dealing with this new economics and this cryptocurrency and this digital wave and quote unquote, you know, like you said, what Stormy Wellington is doing, you know, online referral marketing. You know what I'm saying? You know, just basic formulas, systems. They applied that system to flat tummy tea and they made millions off of it. They applied a formula to wigs, my niggas, and they've made millions. One of the things that I came to the conclusion at the last conference that we did in Connecticut, I said when the streets get a hold, the streets got a hold of the game. And they're out of here with it. The streets found out about internet marketing and how to sell products, and they started listening to Grant Cardone what's his name? Gary V and them.
Mm-hmm.
Sprinkle their hood seasoning on it.
It's over. You know, once we get our hand on it, it's over.
Out of here.
That's what you think we about to do with these sports markets.
Yeah.
That's more popular than tummy tea. Game over.
Come on in, Richard. Come on in, Ricardo. We got to bring my guy. There you go. You in the building. Let's close out this session. This is a roundtable. This is the Facts Financial Roundtable. The F in Facts goes for finances. So we're giving the people we're giving them an inside look, because to be honest with you, this all takes place in a private setting. This is what you get as a student of KTL University. This is what you get as a student of the Facts Initiative, Facts 2020. This is a private conversation that we're having on a public platform that's known as YouTube. Usually this is on Zoom, and usually this is on other platforms that you pay. There's a paywall or a door. In order to get to a room like this, there's a key that you're gonna have to purchase. But because of the climate, because of what's going on, because our people got their tax money and they asking questions, and they in my inbox with the Chicken Little SOS talk. So I'm like, you know what? Give them some cloth talk, but put rhinestones on the cloth this time. So I'm giving you niggas Dior. You niggas Dior. You know what I mean? That's Dior that you got today. Yeah. Where's Pop Smoke at? Dior. Where the blue candles at? Talk. Hold up.
You got the crystal?
It's Pop is calling. We talking to Pop. Yeah. Dior.
Let them know we out here.
Yeah. He told me to tell you niggas, get your ancestor money up. You know what I'm talking about? Because like I said the other day, you could throw that carrot bar money after me, but this shit is worth more than that. It was made in China. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that go away.
Make me go snatch mine out.
I'm up in all the balls. Yeah. This shit gonna be worth more than $1 in a minute. How about that? How about you could go to China and go to the factories with this before you could go to with the dollar in a few days when they crash this shit. So leave them with something, my good brother.
Yeah, definitely, man. So look, man, it was an honor to be on the stream with you brothers and build, man. I mean, this stream right here for me was priceless, because the game, the information, the knowledge that was dropped in the stream, like you said, brother, people paying hundreds of dollars, if not thousands of dollars for this information, and we giving it to them for free. And because of the opportunity right now, is the opportunity to build massive wealth by plugging into these systems and getting this information and leveraging, KTL and the network. So obviously, like I said, you guys can find me on YouTube under Ricardo Hamilton, also Ricardo Hamilton on Facebook, Wealth and Assets with the letter N in the middle on Instagram. And, I'm going to help you build wealth by saving your money in physical gold that you can hold and own. And I'm going to show you how to leverage systems where you can get paid in Bitcoin immediately in your wallet and help you build wealth and build financial literacy. So once again, man, I'm excited. If you're interested in joining Karatbars, if you want to get some of this pure gold, some of this cash gold, that's real money. See, the value is always going to have in this notes because the gold is there. This value going to increase because the gold is there. We already know what's happening to this system. If you don't have no physical gold, if you're not part of a wealth building system where you can leverage other people and build wealth, definitely get back with Red. You know what I'm saying? Send him a message or even send me an email at rhamilton19@gmail.com and tell me that you plugged in from the KTL live stream and you want to plug in with Red Pill and start saving in gold. And I'll be the one to help you set up your free account. All right. And if you just want to save and go with the free account, you can do that. If you want to make money with us, I'm going to show you how you make money by sharing this system with other people as well. It's legitimate. It's real. And man, I'm fired up and excited about the future, and you should be too.
Yeah, this is the big homie rule. If you get the information on this platform, family, this is how we going to work it. This is the big homie clause. That when you reach out to the brothers on their systems, Trillionaire Trav, my good brother Ricardo, because we are a network, and we want to show you, right? Downstairs. All right, coming. I'm coming. Hold on. I was gonna put him on speakerphone. I got my
possible.
Nah. I got this is Narco Mexico. I got the Mexican delivering that food for me. Yeah, I got it's on the line. I got my son waiting downstairs, so I'm gonna wrap this up because the salad is here. The salad has arrived. You know what I mean? My shit got sun-dried tomatoes, croutons, kale. It's kale all mixed up. So
okay.
This is what we doing because we want to show and prove to the world how a network operates. Because once you see our network flourish, then we can have the village conversation. And then from the village conversation, we can have a community conversation about how can we build a sustainable community that is making wealth every single day. Day on day is compounding by the day, right? This is something we can do right now. As long as we have a phone, we have a village, we have a network. So let's build as a network. I brought y'all solutions, right? Next Thursday, we have a class coming up. The evolution will be digitized. This is a glimpse of what you're gonna get in the paid class. So if you like what you heard today, I need you to go and get your tickets right now. The website is right there. It's gonna be in the description as well. On Eventbrite, the evolution will be digitized 2020. I did one 5 and 6 years ago. And you know, you could catch that on YouTube as well. You could pull that up and watch it. It's dealing with some profound information. Okay. So the game has changed. The game has upgraded. The game has elevated. 2020, we gotta upgrade our mentality. We gotta upgrade our game. We gotta upgrade our program. That's what we're here to do. So for the family that's interested in leveling up, level up, go get your tickets, go and hit these brothers up, go and share this show. Make sure you subscribe to this channel. Make sure you hit the notification buttons. Love and light to the family. Once again, no panic, no fear. You know what I mean? Bitcoin bully, you in the building. You know, no distractions. You know, let's stay focused. The NBA, the season is canceled. All of this stuff is canceled. So everybody got time. And everybody got the opportunity to think now. And everybody got the opportunity to talk to the next man and the next woman right now. And this window is open for us to do something that has never been done before. We live in some interesting times. So I'm going to leave y'all with that. All right. Yeah, we definitely got this. I'm going to leave y'all with that. I'm going to leave y'all with some music. Once again, off of that J Electronica album, go and tap into the God, you know. And don't be scared because Jay-Z is talking that talk and trying to ride the wave. Just listen to the music. Don't be such a critic at the end of the day. Just appreciate what you're getting and give thanks to the ancestors for the work that they're doing. You dig?
Dig. It's been done.
All right, y'all. Any last word? All right, peace. Come on, slow ass computer. Love and light to the family. I will see y'all on Monday. Or if we got to pop up before that, I'll see y'all then. Make sure you subscribe. You'll be able to get the alerts when they come in. All right?
Bet.
Let's do Universal Soldier. Let me know if y'all can hear the music.
This is the gallant crew that rode the big superfort which carried the first atomic bomb to Japan.
You hear that?
Piloted by Colonel Paul Tibbets, Jr. of Miami, carrying Navy Captain William Parsons of Chicago, who helped design the bomb as observer,